Namaste, Koreans. I hope you and your family is fine and safe during this pandemic. And I hope all of you are utilizing your time wisely. So, I am Ankit Sharma and I am going to teach you science of class 6. And today we are going to study chapter Fun with Magnets. A very interesting chapter, students, and I hope you will really like it. If there is any query, you can ask in the group during discussion. Okay, so before starting the chapter directly, we have to understand it magnet. Okay, so I give you a very example which you might have seen. Like you might have opened a door of refrigerator. Why it's sticking? Because of a magnet. All of you might have opened door handle of the dressing table or almirah. Why it is there? Because of the magnet. The magnet will hold it to its own place. Okay. You might have seen some small rag pickers. They are having some cylindrical or some round magnet. They drag it to the ground and after some time they take out some iron objects from the soil. That is also a magnet. You might also have seen the speaker. At the back of a speaker you will find a black device or black material. That is also a magnet. So magnet is used at a very widely used. In your pencil box also, in some pencil box magnet is used. So there is a very use of magnet. Okay. So now we try to understand what is magnet. Okay. So magnet is a substance or a material which attracts some materials. Now what are these materials? This material can be iron, it can be nickel, it can be cobalt. Okay, so magnet is a substance or a material which attracts some material which are made up of iron, nickel and cobalt. Their magnets are available in various shapes and sizes. Okay, so magnets can be, there can be a button magnet, there can be a bar magnet, there can be a cylindrical magnet, there can be a ring shaped magnet and a horseshoe magnet. So these are the different shapes of the magnet which you are seeing on the board. I repeat again: horseshoe magnet, ring shaped magnet, cylindrical magnet, bar magnet and button magnet. Understand? So magnets are usually made up of iron, nickel and cobalt. Okay. Now magnet have some property that is known as magnetic property or that is known as magnetism. Now the question is, what is magnetism or magnetic property? So the property of any magnet, by virtue of it, either it strongly attach any object or either it strongly repel any object or any magnet, that is known as magnetic property or magnetism. Okay, so on the basis of this, on the basis of magnetism, objects are divided into two types, that is magnetic object, second one is non-magnetic object. Magnetic and non-magnetic. Easy? Okay. So what is magnetic material or magnetic substance? Those substances which can be attracted by a magnet are known as magnetic substance. Those material which are not attracted by the magnet are referred as non-magnetic material or non-magnetic substance. Now for example, iron, nickel, cobalt are an example of magnetic material, and for example paper, board, cloth, okay, wood, these are the example of non-magnetic substance. Is it clear to everyone? I hope you understand it. And now I'm moving further to next topic after magnet, and that is discovery of magnet. Discovery of magnet. Now students, I hope that you might have listened a lot of story in English, a lot of story in Hindi as well. Okay, so today I am going to tell you one interesting story or in science how the magnets are found and discovered. Okay, so it's in this story, once upon a time a Greek shepherd named Magnus. Magnus is going in a field, and after some point of time he landed on a rock and he tried to lift his leg, but what happened? He can't able to lift his leg. He is having a stick in his hand by which he guides the sheep. He cannot even lift his own stick. Now he exclaimed, why it is happening? Okay, so later on it comes to find out in his shoes he is having a nail, and at the bottom of the stick he is having some iron or metallic object. Understand? Iron object. Now, so what happened? That rock is attracting that iron. Understand? So that's how magnets are discovered first, and later on people have named that rock as magnetite. Magnetite after the magnets. Okay, magnetite is a natural magnet which is generally found in the earth crust. Okay. Now, after discovery of magnet, we move to the next topic, that is poles. You can say poles, or you can also say poles of a magnet. So student, it is very interesting chapter, like I told you. If you try to understand in a good way, you try to read books, then I am fully sure you can understand this chapter in a very well manner. Okay, now let's go to the next topic, poles of a magnet. Okay, so poles of a magnet are the, let's try to understand, endpoints of magnet are called poles. Okay, so what are poles of magnet? The endpoints of the magnet are referred as poles of magnet. Now see the pictures. Now in this magnet, bar magnet, this is one end, it is another one. So these are the two poles. Here also look at, it is one pole, it is another end. So these are the two poles. In this one, it is one end, it is another one. So these are the two poles of this magnet. In this ring magnet and button magnet, the upper surface and the bottom surface will act as the two poles of the magnet. It is understood? So these are the poles, this is the poles of magnet. Okay. Now there are two poles of magnet. What are those poles? That is north pole. North pole is represented by the letter capital N, and south pole represented by the letter capital S. Okay, north pole and south pole. So these are the two poles of magnet. North pole will tell you north direction and south pole will tell you south direction. Okay, now in poles of magnet, suppose I am giving you a situation where I am providing you some iron filling or iron powder, and I am providing you a bar magnet. Okay, so this is a bar magnet and these are the iron powder, I suppose. Okay, so what happens when you try to lift the magnet? So you will find out, when you try to lift the magnet, most of the iron pieces are deposited on this end, another one on this end, but on this in the middle or in the center, very less iron filling or iron powder is there. So you are seeing that iron ring are not distributed evenly. Why this happened? This happened because the magnet, at the poles, the magnetic property or magnetism is stronger at the than at the center. Understand what I am trying to say? That by this activity you are trying to understand that at the ends of the magnet or at the poles, magnetic property is stronger than at the center. That's why the magnet is able to attract large amount of this iron film. Okay. Now next thing is, whenever you're having a magnet, suppose I'm having this magnet. So what happen if I break this magnet into two pieces? Okay, suppose there are two poles, north and south. Now what happen? I break the magnet into two small pieces. Okay, so now I'm having two small magnet. So now what you will find out? This is north pole. Now ultimately what will happen? This end will become south pole, and it was south pole, so it was south. Ultimately this end will become as north pole. So by this you are trying to understand that whenever you break the magnet into small pieces, okay, then what happen? The poles arrange themselves. So on every magnet there are two poles. The poles always exist in pair. You will never found a magnet with a single pole, either N, either S. Understand? So the poles are always and always exist in pairs. No matter how much you broke the magnet, but even a small magnet always and always have two poles, north pole and south pole. Find me using two terms, that is unlike pole and like pole. Now I will clear this term, what is like pole and unlike pole. Like means same. Like means same. Okay, and unlike, in that un means not, like means same. So like poles are those poles which are same, or same poles of magnet are referred as like pole, but different poles of magnet are referred as unlike pole. For example, okay, suppose it is north pole, it is south pole, it is north pole, it is south pole. This pole and this pole are like pole. Understand? This pole and this pole are like pole, but this pole and this pole are unlike pole. Why? Because it is north and it is south. So different poles are there, that's why they are unlike, and it is north, it is also north, so that's why they are same, that's why they are called as like poles. Understand? So now after this topic we are going to study on the next topic, that is property of magnet. Okay, so there are different property. There are mainly 5 property of magnet which we are going to study. Okay, so we are going to study one by one. Now, next topic, properties of magnet. So there are mainly 5 properties of magnet are there. Now what are these properties? Magnet can attract some materials. Okay, like I first told you, magnet have the property to attract some material which are made up of iron, nickel, cobalt. Second property, which we have discussed the term like and unlike pole. Like pole repel each other. Okay. Third property, unlike pole attract each other. Okay, now what is this 2 point means? Like pole repel each other. Repel means they are sending it away, moving away from each other. For example, if I am having two magnets, this is one magnet, it is another magnet. So this is north pole and this is also north pole. So it is like pole. So when two like pole are brought in contact, are brought near to each other, then what will happen? They will repel each other, so they will go in different direction. Similarly, if I am having two magnets, this is one first magnet, it is second magnet. Now this end is south pole and this magnet also having south pole. When both the like pole are coming closer, you will observe that both the poles will go in away from each other, will go in different direction. Understand? So that's what it means, that like pole repel each other. Now third point, say unlike pole attract each other. What it means, that when two different poles of two magnets are brought nearby each other, then they will attract each other. Say for an example, if I am having again two magnets, first magnet is having this end is north pole and this end is south pole. So what happens when these two different poles are brought in contact or brought near to each other? Then what will happen? They will attract each other. Understand? So in this way, these 2 points can be understood. Now, next point, freely suspended magnet comes to rest in north-south direction. Now what it means? Freely suspended magnet comes to rest in north-south direction. What it means? Suppose you are having a magnet. It is a stand. Now you are having a bar magnet. Now if you suspend the magnet by the help of a thread, understand? It is a thread and it is a bar magnet. So magnet have two ends. It is north, it is south. So what happened? This magnet comes to rest. It rotates for some time. Then after some time, it comes to rest in a north-south direction. What it means? North pole will show the north direction. South pole will show the south direction. Understand? So freely suspended magnet comes to rest in north-south direction. And finally, the last property, the magnetic property is stronger at poles than at center. So what it means, like I discussed with you earlier in the topic poles of magnet. So students, I am trying to relate the topic to you. So if any points is not understood, I try to relate all the points. Okay. So in topic poles of magnet, I told you that the poles are having stronger magnetism than at the center. So that's what the point say. The magnetic property or the magnetism is much stronger at both the ends than at the center. Okay. So these are the 5 main property of the magnet which can be understood in this way. I hope you understand this very carefully. And students, one more thing. The points I am writing and whatever I am writing on the board, if while learning or while listening this lecture, you try to do the same way, you try to write all these points. So I hope that you will be able to learn in a good and neat way, and you will never forget all these points if you recall these points after some days or after some time. Understand? Now after this, next topic will be types of magnet. Types of magnet. Now directly going to this topic. Okay, before this topic I am going to do some activity. Okay, now this activity, there are two activity I am going to do. An activity, as you know, they make us to learn science in a better way. Okay, so there are two activity I am going to do before this topic. That activity is activity 1. This activity say we have to prove poles have stronger magnetism. Okay, so now in this activity we have to prove that poles are having this fifth property. The magnetic property is stronger at poles than at the center. So we have to prove this by the help of activity. So students, you can do this at home. Take any small magnet, cover it up with the polythene or plastic bag. Okay, now what do you do? Cover it in such a way that plastic wrap is covered uniformly. Means it should not be there that on this end you cover it with 2 layers, on this end there is only 1 layer. So cover it uniformly. Okay, now what you will do? Bring some iron spring, bring some iron nail nearby this magnet, and you will notice that iron nails are able to stick properly at this end and at this end, while they are not able to attach at any other point of this magnet. So this proves that the magnetic power is much stronger at the poles while at any other point on the magnet. Okay. Now activity 2. Now what is this activity? This activity say we have to find the poles. Okay, so we have to find out either it is north pole, either it is south pole. Now how can you find out? Okay, so to understand this activity, I tell you what we require. We require 2 magnets. One magnet whose poles we have to determine that it is north pole, it is south pole, and one magnet we have to take by ourselves whose north pole and south pole are automatically known to us, means already known to us, okay, beforehand. So now understand it. Suppose it is a situation, this is a stand. Now by the help of stand I have suspended a freely suspended magnet. Okay, now I am rubbing these poles because we don't know. Now I am bringing another magnet whose poles is already we know that. Okay, so it is another magnet whose poles we already know. So when I bring this magnet nearby to it, so what you will notice, if north pole bring closer to this magnet, you will notice either this magnet will repel or either this magnet will attract. If this magnet will attract, so this will be south pole. If this magnet will repel, it will be a north pole. So in this way we can find out. But if this is south pole, then ultimately the other end will be the north pole, because all the same poles cannot be there on the magnet. If one is north, other one will obviously be the south. Okay, if this is north, then this will be the south. Understand? So in this way we can find out the poles of any magnet. Okay, now there is some terms which I want to discuss in the middle of this chapter. Okay, you may not find out in your textbook which we are following now. So if you read any other book, you will find it there. Now one term is there that is known as lodestone. Now what is lodestone? Lodestone, it's a type of stone which is used by the sailor long time back to find out the direction while they are moving in the sea. Okay, so this is known as a lodestone. Okay, or you can say lead stone. That's why its name is there. Okay, now after that